But it's not enough that they be hypocrites about what they do. They have to be hypocrites about how they do it. And an impeachment of a president is an undoing of a national election. And one of the reasons we all feel so angry about what they are doing is that they are ripping from us, they are ripping asunder our votes. They are telling us that our votes don't count. And that the election must be set aside.
That was pre-lap ban backslider Jerry Nadler defending Bill Clinton during his impeachment after Clinton lied under oath. Fast forward to today, and the Democrats are hypocrisy incarnate.
The IRS, they say sometimes late than never, better late than never, now formally apologizing to Tea Party groups over this Obama-era targeting, they said those groups are saying was going on.
Take the IRS situation first. I first learned about it from the same news reports that I think most people learned about this.
They were asking for the names of donors of the organizations. They wanted to know what groups that the individuals had talked to, what politicians they have met with, what was the substance of their conversations. And on pro-life groups, they actually put out in a question that the opinions that you're advocating are not based on science. Now, how was that the IRS determination whether they could do that or not?
Impeachment is to deal with the abuse of presidential power, and that's what an impeachable offense is, an abuse of presidential power. So when Richard Nixon ordered the Internal Revenue Service to harass political opponents and lied about it, that was an impeachable offense. When Richard Nixon ordered the CIA to interfere with the FBI to have a cover-up of illegal operations and abuse of governmental power, that was an impeachable offense.
Well, we want to know if the FBI's decision-making was impacted by politics, as we suspect. There's no rhyme or reason to the effort to exonerate Hillary Clinton, other than they wanted to protect someone who was a candidate for president of the party that was running the administration at the time. How was the rule of law applied? Was it applied in a way that the American people expected by both the FBI and Justice Department under Barack Obama?
This is, in sum and character, what the president was trying to communicate.
Propaganda was waged in the hallowed halls of the U.S. Capitol. How many Americans, with the collusion of the mockingbird media, were duped to actually think that what Schiff read was the truth? If Schiff doesn't resign, as President Trump has suggested, Schiff himself should be impeached.
Adam has also leaked incorrect information to media outlets. I wish Adam were serious about oversight. There's a lot that needs to be done in the intelligence community about leaks, about FISA. He's not interested in that. He is interested in undoing the 2016 election results.
Meanwhile, in the alleged whistleblower's complaint against President Trump that was declassified and released to the public, a partisan CIA whistleblower claimed President Trump threatened the Ukrainian president to play ball or he would withhold U.S. assistance to his country. This was another lie. The Ukrainian government didn't know the U.S. had suspended aid to the country until 1 month after the call. Then there are the Democrats who committed the very quid pro quo they are accusing President Trump of. Robert Menendez, Richard Durbin, and Patrick Leahy wrote a letter to Ukraine's Prosecutor General, Yuri Lutsenko, expressing concern at the closing of 4 investigations they said were critical to the Mueller probe. In the letter, they implied that their support for U.S. assistance to Ukraine was at stake. The Democratic senators declared, "We have supported the capacity-building process and are disappointed that some in Kiev appear to have cast aside these democratic principles to avoid the ire of President Trump," before demanding Lutsenko reverse course and halt any efforts to impede cooperation with this important investigation. In the Democrats' mind, a witch hunt targeted at our executive office is just fine. But when that executive office utilizes its privilege to investigate corruption within the Democratic Party, all bets are off. What we are seeing is the deep state flexing its 6 ways from Sunday corruption. And in its wake, a Democratic Party that as a whole has acted with impeachable tyranny. utilizing the propaganda Obama legalized.
Meddling in the 2016 election, which has been documented that they meddled in the 2016 election. A DNC operative met in the Ukrainian
propaganda,
embassy.
Mark. That's Russian propaganda.
It's actually in Politico, as reported by Ken Vogel, who works for the New York Times now.
To hijack the levers of government to exact revenge for the impeachment of Bill Clinton and the failure of Hillary Clinton's bid for totalitarian control. John Bowne reporting.